Hello, hello. All right. I am so excited. Welcome. Here we go. Chai tea time. And as I lean in, situated, it's so good to be live again. Tuesday night chai time. I've got my tea in hand and am so happy to share a little bit more Tai Chi, the journey of balance, setting sacred boundaries, and really living in this space of bliss, of divine connection. And actually, I can take these out. Let me take these out. I was just on a call and connecting with clients and really feeling into how Tai Chi can support us in our everyday life. Really feeling into also, I was just reading from the Tao Teh Ching, this book I share in so many of my classes. And chapter 81, I wanted to start with tonight. It is like drinking fresh spring water to me, and I hope you feel the same way. Words that carry the truth do not always sound pleasing. Pleasing words are artful. The wise one who cultivates oneself spiritually does not argue. What the wise one does not agree with, he or she uses a mirror for self-discipline. The one who likes to argue and win may not know to cultivate one's spiritual energy. The wise one who knows the subtle truth may not have much external knowledge. The one who has broad external knowledge may not know oneself. Words and truth sound paradoxical. The wise one does not accumulate nonsense. The more help the wise one offers to others, the more help the wise one receives. The way of heaven benefits and causes no harm. The way of wise people is to nurture their inner essence. They do not fight. Take a deep breath and just let yourself receive the gift of that wisdom. And then feeling into Tai Chi as a style of martial arts, we see this beautiful, flowing, graceful dance between the heavens and the earth. And oftentimes I realize that so many people that witness this ancient dance don't see the beautiful and powerful self-defense that Tai Chi is. So last week we began the Tai Chi for Health 6-week series. It was so amazing to see so many of you. Thank you. I am always honored and touched by your presence. If you didn't join me last Thursday, you can still sign up. The recording for the first class is on the membership site, so everyone is able to connect with that if you want to, whether it's you're joining me live or you're able to jump on and catch the recording at another time. In that first class, I was really touched by the connection with we call the Sangha. And I'm calling it the Sangha because as my lineage goes back through all the styles of martial arts, it's also deeply rooted in yoga. And I feel the community that has formed in our Tai Chi series is about unifying energy. We connect with the energy of each other, knowing we're all practicing at the same time. We're all connecting with this ancient wisdom, not only awakening that ancient wisdom within our own bodies, within the DNA, in our own primitive selves. We are connecting with each other, and that energy is so powerful. So powerful when you know that you are doing the same movements at the same time as these other people all around the world. And it's like, hey, I'm committing to my personal evolution. I am here to evolve and accelerate my healing and my evolution. And I'm looking at others that are doing the same thing. And I know for myself, if I've had a day with people that maybe aren't interested in that path of evolution, it can kind of feel lonely and isolating. And when I'm spending my time, which I don't, but I have in the past, with people that don't speak truthful words, their words might come off as artful, and it's as if they are spinning these webs every time they speak. And it's like not wanting to get stuck in those webs of non-truth. And the only antidote that I have found, the only way to dissolve those sticky webs is to maintain my own center, to maintain my own balance, and to maintain my own space of truth. Because even though truthful words aren't always pleasing to the ear, they're pleasing to the soul because there's no confusion, there's no fragmentation. And as we study the practice of Tai Chi, as we move through this space of healing with at the same time as strengthening, it's an opportunity to work out, literally work out any kinks in the energy channels, the meridians, this irrigation system. And when we're working out any of that stagnation, a lot of times it's the stickiness of the webs of others that get kind of stuck, and then there's a confusion and there's a disorientation, and it's just like, which way is up and what is the clear path forward? And so we step through Tai Chi in stances and we move out of the coordinate of the space that we start our practice in. We awaken the rivers within and we begin to step out of that reality, and we create a new reality with a rhythm, with a cadence that is handed down from the ancestors of this ancient lineage. This beautiful, beautiful practice that we have kept alive for so many thousands of years. We've preserved in text. Master Ni has been a huge ally to humanity by translating this ancient text and really giving this gift to us to expand and sharpen the mind. We can awaken the mind with the words that we share. We can awaken the chi of others with the presence of an awakened energy body. Yet, I can help support by sharing these words, by sharing my energy through my own cultivation and my own reading of these ancient texts to, I want to say, like, up-level my vocabulary. Yet each one of us has the opportunity to take that step with our physical body to make the change for ourselves. And when you begin to make that change for yourself, you are taking the reins and becoming the master of your own life. Not mastery in a way of hierarchy, mastery in a way of, I want to say, of truth. Who is driving this ship? Who is in charge of your destiny? Are you outsourcing all of your reality? Are you going to ask someone what you should do for your body, going to someone else to ask them what you should be eating, going to someone else to ask what you should be reading, what you should be watching, how you should be sleeping? Or can you connect with the ancient wisdom of Tai Chi and say, hey, wait a second, I can increase the sensitivity of my own knowing, of my own energy body, listen to this amazing vessel that I've been gifted, and realize that I have everything that I need right at my fingertips. I may need a little guidance to kind of get oriented, but then it costs nothing. I can do it anytime, anywhere. And every time I connect with this ancient practice of Tai Chi, I begin to say, kind of that, aha, I've got everything I need. That food I ate earlier is making me feel this way. Maybe I shouldn't eat that again. Or wow, I had that awesome salad. I feel great. I need more greens in my diet. And so starting to really listen to all parts of self. But we have these areas of our bodies where energy enters and it exits. And these are the gates. These are the spaces we want to really monitor and make sure that we have a real, like, astute awareness to what we're listening to, what we're taking in with our eyes, what we're taking in through our nostrils, through our mouth, We also look to our 2 elimination spaces in our body, and also then what's going out, but then what's coming in. I want to be so aware of what I'm saying, what I'm looking at, what I'm allowing myself to smell. Is it chemical? Do I need to move my space? Can I get up and leave when I feel like it's not safe? Or can I turn the channel when I don't like what I'm watching or what I'm hearing? This is the power we talk about when we say step into your personal power, because it's not about letting someone else prescribe to you what to consume, how to show up for life, but to say, hey, I want to create this end result, and to get to that place, I need to do these things. And Tai Chi is about moving meditation. When I'm moving between heaven and earth, when I'm dancing the ancient dance, when I'm feeling the breath flow into my body in these different postures and these different sequences, I can feel that internal massage begin. And when I feel that internal massage of my organs and on the cellular level, all of a sudden I am awakening my senses to a whole nother level. And then people will wonder how I know things before they happen. If you're thinking of me, or you're about to call me, or you have something that you want to say about me, I feel the chi arrive to me before the words do. I feel the energy arrive to me before the matter arrives to me, the physical person or the email. So everything has an unmanifested energy, and then it has the manifested. And when you become aware of the energy of life, of all of our existence, then it's not such a mystery. It becomes so much more apparent. And it's not about being superhuman. It's about being a real human being. It's about truly connecting and engaging with the essence of being right here and right now, in this present moment. How present are you? How present are you in this moment? Are you doing 5 other things while you're listening? Or are you 100% here in your body, feeling yourself in your seat, feeling your breath flowing through your body? Are you feeling the tone and the energy and the frequency of your thoughts and how they're affecting the material world around you? Because the ancient texts say that our mind is in the center of all matter. Everything in your material world is created by the mind. And if we can come into this space of really believing and knowing that, then we're going to guard the mind as well. We're going to guard the thoughts and be more intentional about the quality of the thoughts. Not for anyone else, because everyone else gets the benefit of how you treat yourself. Because guess what? First lesson of self-defense is you're stuck with you every day. Everyone else can walk away, but if I'm having a bad day, if my attitude's not like spot on, guess what? I'm stuck with that. I'm stuck with that energy, or I'm gifted with that, depending on how you look at it, right? So give yourself the gift of positive thinking. Give yourself the gift of positive, healthy, high vibe eating. Give yourself the gift of turning off the television, off the YouTube, off. Give yourself the gift of coming inward and returning to the beautiful essence of being human. Being human means that you get to be in this body, in this space, with this spirit. And when we're connected with that truly, the practice of Tai Chi is the ultimate teacher, and the other styles of movement. It's not just Tai Chi. However, Tai Chi is at the root of all yoga, of all martial arts styles. It's at the root of any movement, and the principles of Tai Chi are completely parallel with any principles of movement. Deep relaxation, moving from your center, staying aligned. With alignment, all things become more easeful. And if you think even for a moment as you're sitting, and I sit here and people say, oh, you have good posture. I think I do sometimes, and other times I catch myself looking at my phone or I'm doing something else and I catch myself and it's like, wait, I'm so in my mind that I've not even noticed that I've been sitting cross-legged for an extended period of time. And my physical body gets neglected in those moments where the mind takes the energy. All of a sudden my mind becomes, what they say in the ancient texts, is twisted. I have so much energy up here that the rest of my being isn't getting the nourishment that it needs, the attention and the presence of me. And so when all parts of self receive that attention, that presence, we can come back into the space of alignment and balance. I'm gonna take a sip of my chai tea. And the Tai Chi sequences that I'm sharing in the Tai Chi for Health are not an actual form. I'm not teaching a set of movements this round, this particular series. I'm teaching exercises that are kind of go-to exercises, so you can watch the recording and put it on, and you'll know that, okay, at this moment, minute 25, Nina begins with the standing meditation and then goes into this specific sequence to balance excess fire, excess anger, excess anxiety, excess worry. What is it that's up? And if you watch the first recording, you're going to hear from the people that have registered what it is that's up for them. And then you get to witness how I address each of those elements within the practice. So each week, we're really co-creating the session. The session is co-created by those of you that are with me live, and some of you, thank you, that send in emails or messages say, I'm not going to be able to make it live, I'm stuck in traffic, but this is what's up for me, and if you could weave it in, it would be amazing, so that when you watch the recording the next day, you have that. So Tai Chi for Health is happening Thursday nights, and some of you have heard of the program that I've offered through the years called Iron and Silk, Balancing Power and Grace. I am so excited. I am teaching a master class on October 23rd. And I will keep sharing. I'm so excited to share. It's Saturday, October 23rd. It's going to be a free master class. This is a chance for some of you that haven't connected with me to get a feel for my style of teaching. It's going to be a balance. It's going to be kind of a blend of lecture, experiential, and I'm going to be demonstrating. So I'll be demonstrating some Tai Chi, some Kung Fu, where they're similar, where are the parallels in Tai Chi and Kung Fu, and how each of these complementary practices can be carried over into real life. How can you apply the theory, the principles of these ancient practices into your everyday living? How can Kung Fu support you in your day-to-day work life, your day-to-day relationship, communication, energy management, right? And I laugh because I just love how life offers us infinite possibilities to grow. It's a nice way of putting it, right? There are always opportunities to grow, and to have Tai Chi and Kung Fu as support is a huge gift, and you don't need to do this alone. You do not need to walk the journey of life alone. You do not need to walk the journey of life without tools in your toolbox. And I really am here. My mission, my conviction, my passion is to make these practices more accessible. And I had a friend the other day say, I want to take the Tai Chi class, but I'm so exhausted at the end of the day. Can I do it laying down? I'm like, I want to do it laying down. And so yes, Tai Chi is a practice. Ultimately, it's a standing practice, and we do it standing. It's a standing meditation where we do step from one stance to another, and we transition through these steps, changing the coordinate of the 3D matrix that we're in, these coordinates of life. We step out of one coordinate into another and literally change the reality and change the sense of space and time, and start to change the trajectory that you are walking on, so you can change where you're headed and make sure that you are on a path of evolution and health and wellness. And if there's any obstacles on your path at the moment, Tai Chi shares with you ways to redirect, to parry and deflect, and learn how to dissolve these obstacles without having to drain your energy reserve. I know for myself, there have been moments in my life that I've had obstacles in front of me that felt completely daunting, overwhelming, and just completely, I feel almost like that sensation of feeling defeated. And Tai Chi offers a way to begin to dissolve those by removing some of the smaller obstacles out of the way. And when you start to remove some of the smaller obstacles, that bigger obstacle just begins to shift. You start to see, and another path becomes more apparent. Another way of approaching becomes more apparent. And so that is one of the many gifts of Tai Chi, in how it starts to shift your reality in your day-to-day. But in the immediate, tangible moment of practicing Tai Chi, it's like, even now, just taking a breath in and then letting an audible sigh slowly out, and just letting yourself sink into the moment and saying, I have nothing else to do here and now. I am just simply going to feel the exhale and let myself be 100% embracing this present moment of releasing. That is the practice of Tai Chi, for each movement beginning to pulse the Lao Gung points in the center of the hands, releasing energy and then drawing energy in from the elements of the sky, of the earth, of the four directions, of the elements of fire and water and wind, this space all around you, and starting to feel into, what do I need to feel more balanced? Because it's one thing to feel out of balance, but it's another thing to say, wait a second, I know why I'm out of balance, and I know exactly what I need to regain my balance. And that is something that I think is priceless. I put so much value in this practice, because I think too often in our modern reality, that opportunity to self-regulate and self-soothe and self-nourish has been stripped, has been taken away from us. And I find for myself, when I am able to problem solve and take care of myself, it's a boost in my health, my spiritual health, my physical health, my mental well-being. It's also about dignity. It's also about it's about feeling like a strength and a fortitude. It's just like, yeah, I've got this. And it doesn't have to be fancy or complicated. I think that the true antidotes to anything that we have going on oftentimes are much more simple than life may lead us to believe. So returning to the wisdom of the Tao Teh Ching, the esoteric Tao Teh Ching, and remembering that the way of heaven benefits and causes no harm. The way of wise people, and I think wise people are the ones that are curious, the ones that ask questions, and the ones that are hungry for knowledge that is rooted in truth. And truth is rooted in nature, in the patterns of nature. The wise one, the way of wise people is to nurture their true inner essence. And they do not fight. And this is the theory and the essence of Tai Chi. And Tai Chi, again, is a style of martial arts. So not to think that martial arts is about fighting. Martial arts is about defining your sacred boundary. Defining that sacred boundary says, I have value, I am worth being healthy, I am worth being strong, I am worth taking up space. And in this space, I have no reason to argue. I have no reason to come off my center and come into dis-ease, to argue or fight with someone that is speaking a word or a sentence that may sound artful but is not rooted in truth. So coming back into that space of center, coming back into the alignment between heaven and earth, coming back into your true nature and saying, this is enough, this is more than enough, and I have everything I need to be healthy, happy, and live in abundance of time, in an abundance of energy, in an abundance of joy, in an abundance of life. Because abundance is not about material belongings. It's not about what's in your bank account, although we're told that so often, and that is not true. That is not true. Because if you have your health, and if you are standing and you are in a space of joy, even if it's a moment of fleeting joy, if you are alive and you are able to identify and feel joy, that is health. That is abundance. And if you're able to feel a seed of joy, that seed is to be planted and grown. And that joy expands by your attention and your focus, because wherever you put your attention, wherever you put your focus, expands, it grows. And the more of your energy that is given to that seed, the more abundantly and more beautifully it will flourish. If you can tell, I'm really excited to share these practices. Thank you for joining me. I love that some of you guys are live with me now. I'm on both platforms, so I'm not able to see comments or questions coming through. So I saw after that some people had put some through, so thank you. And I'm getting more and more savvy with the Facebook and the Instagram, and I'm just thrilled to be able to share a little chai tea and Tai Chi with all of you. Hope to see you Thursday night for my Tai Chi for Health. And as always, if you want to be with me and you cannot, if finances are not a thing that you have access to right now, please send me a message. I would love to have you with me. Your presence is the biggest gift. Remember that. Your presence is the biggest gift. And if you reach out and you extend energy, that is something that means a lot to me, and I would love to have you with me. And on October 23rd, I'm offering this iron and silk free of charge, and I am very excited. I'll be sharing some of my story, some of my personal journey that began when I was really quite young, and some of the challenges that I've met along my path, and how I came to the space I'm in now with my husband Ray Crist and the Jaguar Path here in Costa Rica, and how all of this happened. How am I here today sharing chai tea and Tai Chi with you? It's been quite a journey. It's been beautiful. It's been challenging, and the common thread from the young age, my very young age, to the present moment is being blessed by the presence of the ancient martial arts, the beautiful shamanic practice of martial arts, and the healing that it offers all of us. It is not about kicking and punching. It is not about fighting. It is not about haya and who is the strongest, who is the best. Martial arts is about becoming fully human. It is about feeling your human physical body to the ultimate degree, and then utilizing the physical body in a way that feels good, not because you're learning how to block and punch and kick to harm others, but how you're blocking, punching, and kicking to create energy circuits in your body that say, this is my sacred space, and I have the strength, I have the endurance, I have the spiritual fortitude and the strength of energy and vitality to take up space and make positive change in this world. Because ultimately, the sages and the ancient masters of the martial arts are the ones that stepped and stood in service and offered support to the communities and the villages. And that is still true today. If you know a martial artist in your life that is truly aligned with the virtues of martial arts, they are an upright citizen, they are doing civic duty, they are giving back to the community, they are in service. And that is the ultimate expression of being human. So if you want to feel awesome, if you want to connect with joy in your life, feel into how you can first love yourself and really make yourself your first priority. Notice how that ripples out and touches all the people you love in your life. And then once you find that space where you're like, yeah, I feel good. I feel my cup is not depleted. I feel my cup is beginning to fill up. Wow, after time, my cup is so full, it's overflowing. And now in this space of an overflowing cup, how can I show up and serve? Not in a way that's going to overextend you, in a way that feels good, and you say, I can do this much, and then you step back and watch how that small pebble in the sea of consciousness of your community, how that creates a ripple that touches so many and offers inspiration to others to begin to do the same. So allow me to share Thursday night, Saturday the 23rd. I will see you again next Tuesday night for Chai Tea. And thank you so much for joining me. And as always, send questions, comments my way. I am here in a place of service and really grateful to be able to share this ancient wisdom with you. So much love from Costa Rica. And I will see you next week. Enjoy the rest of your night.